All right. Good day, gamers. Welcome to another Game Master Games Facebook Live show. I'm your host, Game Master Dave, and it's a show about games and local events. Let's level up. All right, so I just wanted to remind you, as always, that you can comment while you are watching. Hey, there's Ginger again. Imagine that. My wife joins me every week. I can't believe it. Thank you, Ginger. Nice to see you as usual. So don't forget, you can always ask me questions or comments. And even I will see them even if you're not watching this live. This is live on Game Master Games Facebook page, but I will also share it to my personal page, and I'm working on a YouTube channel as well. So I've shared a few of the weekly Facebook Live events there, but there's not much going on there yet, but I'll keep you posted on what's happening in the future. I'm also on Instagram as Game Master Dave, and I don't know why I haven't posted much on there recently, because I had a ridiculously busy weekend, which you're going to find out in just about 30 seconds. Also, don't forget to check out JJ and Brian, some of our local guys that JJ worked for me at Game Master Games, but Brian was one of our volunteer DMs on our Dungeons and Dragons encounters at Game Master Games as well. Both are fantastic Dungeons and Dragons players, and Brian now has a podcast called Reliably Chaotic. I think they have 10 episodes out, and I've listened to all 10. They're pretty good. They're pretty funny, and they do a fantastic job. So it's called Reliably Chaotic. I'll have some notes at the end so you can take a look. Also, so what I did this past weekend, me, Ginger, volunteer game masters, and the staff from Cosmic Comics and Games all went down to LIRetro, the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, and we participated in board games. Imagine that. No, I never play a board game. So we had a wonderful time. That is now, actually, the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo has now a convention that happens at the same time called the Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. And that is where we were. We had board gaming, miniature gaming, role-playing gaming, and trading card games. It was fantastic. I will tell you that all the volunteers that helped out, we ran 171 different board games. We had over 400 unique players come to the event. And this is just board games, by the way. There was role-playing games, miniature games, and trading card games, like I said. But and then with about 570 570 players sitting at tables. Now, this also includes Laura Irwin with her Potions game that she is coming out with later this year. She's going to have it for sale. She demoed it to 70 people. That's unbelievable. She was busy the entire time, and so was I. I was running around crazy. I ran out of tables, had to go find tables, then I had to get chairs. It really was amazing. Now, I'll show you some of the booklets here. Yes, that is correct, Ginger. It is at a very unique venue. It's at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. Now, if you're on Long Island, New York, and you've never been to the Cradle of Aviation Museum, you gotta go. You gotta check it out, because it's very historic that Grumman was here on Long Island, as well as plenty of other companies, and that they worked on a lot of the lunar lander in particular, but supported a lot of the industry in order to the space industry. Hey, Devin, nice to see you. Space industry here on Long Island. That Cradle of Aviation Museum has a ton of stuff, including some arcade games over there. So check that out. So it was a very unique venue. You are correct, Ginger. Now I'll just show you some of the program here real quick. So what was neat about the event, there is the front of the program and there is the back of the program, because both conventions were together. So they had so many things going on. Comics, gaming, cosplay. Oh no, that's for the Long Island Comic Book Show, but which also you should go to if you're into comic books. But they had lots of video games, arcade games, computer games, pinball games, Bit Brigade, the band, was there. These are all like podcasts and artists and stuff like that were at the event. Tournaments, they had a whole bunch of tournaments going on. Musical performances, there's Bit Brigade right at the top. I got a chance to see them for my first time. That was really neat. Hey, Devin, nice to see you. Free play. They have a very unique thing. They have the Ring of History. This was nuts. It had a ton of old historical computer games and arcade games and stuff like that. And it was just fantastic. And then, let's see what these are. These are like what is happening for the events there. There's some of the schedule for the for the video gaming and arcade gaming. But then there's the map to the Cradle of Aviation. But then if we switch over to tabletop, they've got lots of stuff going on here. They had painting classes, Transformers, TCG. They had Magic, War Machine. Oh, and I dropped it on the floor. Oh, yes, this is so edited perfectly. Well, oh, that's right, it's live. They had War Machine, Guild Bowl, Blood Bowl, Monster Apocalypse. Look at all these. These are just some of the games that we were running. They're fantastic. They had the 501st Legion there, Endor Temple, and then this was some of the scheduled board games, but really reran. Most of the games were just like free play. There's a Sunday schedule. Free play, open play, and we were going to teach you the games too. Now, take a look at this. The video gaming tournament, the video gaming convention or expo, is splitting into two conventions actually. So the tabletop section of it's going to get its own convention on April 18th. Go mark your calendars now. April 18th, 2020, Cradle of Aviation Museum. This is the flyer we were handing out at the expo. Check out all the cool stuff that's going to happen at that one. Like their Facebook page. You may not be able to see that too well. Like their Facebook page, Long Island Tabletop Gaming. If you're on Facebook, well, obviously you're on Facebook. You're watching me. I do hope that I will see you there, and I'll be looking for game masters too. So I'll be sending out some emails. If you send me a message if you want to be a role-playing game master, or you're interested in minis or trading card games or anything, just whatever you want. Okay, so now, how did we get all these video gamers to sit down and play board games? Well, first of all, it wasn't that hard. About 8 people brought their own board games and just sat down and played them. And then Ginger and I have been doing this for years at conventions, where we basically take anybody that's walking by and we say, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. You want to try a game out? Come sit down. Come sit down." This is a game that takes like a minute to play. And minute to learn and like less than 10 minutes to play. And one of the games that we grab people with is Quoridor. That's right. Such a simple game. And then, yes, that's right, Ginger. Sometimes we're such extroverts when we're at these conventions that sometimes we scare people when they walk through. But this game is so simple, and the big board really is attractive, and the pieces are attractive, and basically this is it. I'll teach you how to play. This is the exact speech I gave like 45 times at the convention. Hey, this is Quoridor. So you're going to be building some corridors. The objective of the game is to move your piece from your side of the board to any one of the 9 spots on the other side of the board. And to do that, during your turn, you can move your piece 1 space forwards, backwards, left, or right, not diagonal. Or place a wall. The walls are used to block your opponent from moving. The walls can't completely block an opponent. So like this would be an illegal move. They have to have an exit route. Once you place a wall, you cannot move the wall. You cannot remove the wall. And the key to the game is that you have only 5 walls. So once you're out of walls, that's it. So who's going to go first? Move or place a wall. And then the customer moves. And then I go over here. Move or place a wall. And they place a wall. And so that's about it. That's the game. And it was, Devin, it was super popular. And right, the huge board pulled people in. Right, that's good, Ginger. I like that. I like that, what you say there. 30 seconds to learn and 3 minutes to play. give it a try. That's probably an even better thing than I say. I usually say less than a minute to learn and less than 10 minutes to play, but I like it. Yeah, that's right. Don't use them too early, Ginger. That's right. So, what you ask, what is this game up here? Oh, Ginger was checking out Heart of Crown. I think I covered it on an episode once. It's a very unique deck builder where you try to make a princess a queen. So anyway, Long Island Retro Expo, Retro Gaming Expo, and Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. So much fun. I hope you saw it. They added pinball this year. I had a lot of fun. Of course, I got the chance to play my old Star Wars game and my old Joust game. Love those as well. So in addition, Ginger taught me DOS. So I'm not going to cover it this time, but I learned DOS. And then at another game night, we played the Grizzled. And we also got a chance to play Red Dragon Inn. I haven't played Red Dragon Inn since probably about 2009, would you believe? Had a good time. And JJ, who taught us, because he always attacks me, we all attacked him and knocked him out. So anyway, isn't that right, JJ? So hope to see you on here. Hope to see you defending yourself that you always attack me in every game. Hope to see you on the Facebook Live show sometime. By the way, Quoridor is rated 6.7 on BoardGameGeek.com. It was designed by Mirko Marchesi. It's currently distributed by Gigamic. It's 2 to 4 players, 8 years plus, but I've even had younger people play it, and it just takes about 15 minutes to play. That's what they say on BoardGameGeek.com, but literally some games can be like 7 or 8 minutes. So yes, Devin, Red Dragon Inn was a blast. And yeah, Devin was playing with us, and he had quite the accent. So too bad you can't do accents here in the thing. But it's, who's up for some gambling? That's what Devin said like 19 times during the game. I'm surprised I wasn't dreaming it later on. All right, so we talk. So there's a website also besides the Facebook page. There's a website coming soon for that Long Island tabletop. Keep watching my Facebook page, Game Master Games, for updates on that. That's right, Ginger. It is fun when people role play and stuff, even while they're playing board games. And what's the big role playing game that Ginger played once? It was iDark Overlord. So that was a hoot. All right. We also have Octocon coming up. That's the library event we do at the Bethpage Library, the convention, on Saturday and Sunday, October 19 and 20. I'll be advertising a lot about that right now, but mark your calendars. April 18th, 2020, Cradle of Aviation Museum. October 19th and 20th this year, in just 2 months, at the Bethpage Library. And don't forget, the first Friday of the month, Ginger and I also teach board games at the Bethpage Library. All right, and then also, what else? By the way, Octocon is going to be brought to you by Game Masters Ginger and myself, as well as Cosmic Comics and Games, as well as Legendary Realms. And talking about Legendary Realms, join them every Thursday night at 9 p.m. On their YouTube site. And join Morgan and Rich while they talk about, on the Weekly Word, they will talk about what's going on at Legendary Realms Games and Legendary Realms Terrain. And Virginia, you are correct. There is no charge for the library convention October 19 and 20. That is completely free. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. So make sure you come down there. We're going to have probably about 40 or 45 different games on the schedule, role-playing games and board games and other ones too. Okay, don't forget you can always contact me with any feedback, questions, or comments. I got some great feedback during the Long Island Retro Convention about this particular Facebook live show. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. He said he listens to me in the car the next day after the show. He loves my energy, but I want your feedback too. What can we do differently? What do you want to see? Do you want me to go more in-depth games, or do you just like it for what it is? Let's see what else. Right, Ginger. First Friday board game night at Bethpage Library, 6:30 to 9. And no fee, no registration, free pizza, and bring snacks. That's the first Friday of the month. So if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to see them. All right, now I like to show some of the posters. I talked about Cosmic Comics and Games. Here's one of their posters about, their hours. And oops, it doesn't seem to be focusing that well. And what they're running each day. They also have a membership program, so you can see that, what they're doing with that. and then also our contact information and some of the other stores and websites we support. There's also the I don't think I have it on there, but the tabletop on Facebook, LI Tabletop on Facebook. Don't forget to like that page to keep up on all of the events that are going on. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in once again. So thanks for making it to the end of another Facebook live show for Game Master Games. And give yourself 100 experience points. And until we meet again across from the table, keep your dice dry, your rule books ready, and your meeples, what, Ginger? Strong! All right, good night, good night.